This is a house divided, and it is a game about divorce. It's a story and game. So it's one of my combos here. And so it starts out with, you know, everything is falling apart for Carly. And, it started that her parents were fighting all the time. And it seemed like she was nervous, like, what is going on with my life here? Because they're not happy with each other. And it's a very tense situation at home. And then they get to where they're not even talking to each other at all. And then they decide, you know what, we're done. We're going to move into separate homes. And then Carly has to get used to what this new life will be like. So they decide that they're going to sell the house and they'll each get their own place to live. And so poor little Carly's in the car driving away from everything that she's ever known. And she's going to have to find this new normal. And she's sad. She just feels a heaviness. Nothing feels right. Nothing feels normal. And so she's just kind of in this funk. And she realizes that things are different with her parents. Like she's talking to her mom and it's just awkward. Like her mom's asking her how she feels and she says, I'm sad. And then mom starts crying. And so mom's struggling with her emotions too. And so her parents recognize that she's struggling. So they do things to try to make her feel better. So dad takes her to a circus. And so they're going out and doing these fun things that they might not have done before. And then she gets tons of gifts for Christmas. And she's like, whoa, I've never seen so many presents. What am I going to do with all this stuff? And then if life hadn't been complicated before, mom meets somebody new. And then eventually they get married. And so in the end, Carly has to work through a lot of different emotions along the way, but she learns how to find peace and normalcy in the new situation. So it's just all about coping and all the different emotions and all the different changes that are involved whenever parents divorce. And so the cards talk about like the two different homes and different comforting things like the dog kind of represents coping skills of feeling better about things. Step parents, life gets complicated with step parents, and especially if there's multiple step parents and, different ideas, different communication styles, different parenting. And then the rainbow really represents hope. What's the bright side of things? Like you get to have 2 birthday parties and maybe you get you have a lot more people who love you, like especially once you have step parents. Like maybe you have a one mom who is very understanding and compassionate and empathetic and soft and and then maybe you have another mom that's your stepmom or whatever that's really energetic and playful, and you get different perspectives. So there are those different aspects that kids can learn to love with time. Transitions are hard. And did your parents become Disneyland parents after a divorce? It's very common. Were your parents feeling guilty and did they do things to try to make you feel better? And then this one is mom's house. And, what's the differences between mom's house and dad's house? What are your responsibilities? What are their parenting practices like? What kind of things do you do to entertain yourself? I mean, there's lots of different questions to be asked. And then holidays are hard with divorce because nothing's normal, nothing's like it used to be. So, and it talks a little bit about extended family and how they come into play as well. So this is the game board. And so everything starts and ends up here in this top left corner. So you go around and end at the rainbow. And it's all about healing, healing after going through a major upheaval. So it's a good divorce book and game. So it kind of touches on a lot of different aspects that go along with divorce. And I don't think I have any other divorce games available. So this one is kind of a unique one for me. Thanks.